you're pretty active both in, it seems like, virtual events or conversations or podcasts, and also just general content about your business. What are some effective ways new agents can do that? Because they may not necessarily have the expertise to talk about or the inventory to personally show, but what can they do?
Yeah, I mean, I think digitally, a lot of people run into that, right? They have that like analysis paralysis of like, oh, well, I don't have any listings, I don't have anything going on, so what should I do? And I think that like the knowledge that you have as a real estate professional is still more than most of the general population, right? So like I think documenting kind of your journey and the process is super important. You know, you can go out and preview homes and talk about those homes, right? Hey, do you like this kitchen or that kitchen better? Check out these properties I saw today, whatever it may be. And then depending on what brokerage you're at, you normally can post your brokerage's listings. So you can at least, you know, again, show, you know, a newly listed home from your brokerage. But I think again, like documenting the journey and like as you learn about different things, like telling people about it is content, right? And it may not seem that interesting, but like I've posted some things before of things that I think are super mundane about real estate. And I normally get at least 1 or 2 DMs that are like, oh man, I didn't know that, or oh, I didn't know you didn't have to put down 20%. I actually have enough money to buy a house, I think. You know, things like that, that like we in real estate think that everyone understands and everyone knows, but like not everyone understands and knows it. So even if you think it's boring.
Yeah, this show, we put so much more energy in, and there's so much value just talking with veteran agents like you. Like, there's so much value. But what gets more traction on our YouTube channel are iPhone walkthroughs of open houses at model homes. Like, and it blew my mind. I was like, hey, there's a new neighborhood right by where we live that's being developed. And I'm like, hey, I'll see what happens. And I brought my nice camera and all that, which I didn't bring the right tripod. So I was like, okay, I'll just use my iPhone. Boom. Like within 30 days, it's in the top 3 videos watched on my entire channel. I'm like, what is going on? Because you can't be the judge of what's value. It's ultimately them. They judge the value, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you do any type of content, not necessarily on real estate specific, but just more community specific? Restaurants, I don't know, new, I guess movie theaters. Is that a thing of the past now?
Movie theaters still exist, I think. Someone told me the other day they were going to a movie. So I think that still exists. But yeah, so we do community spotlights of different bars, restaurants, and businesses in our area. So we will do interviews with business owners, you know, talking about, you know, their story, how they came up with the name of their, you know, establishment, kind of what they're known for and stuff like that. And we post those on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube as well. Just to kind of highlight, because like everyone always wants to know when they're moving into a neighborhood, like what's there to do, what's there to eat, where do I go drink, things like that. So we just try to highlight, you know, like the different hot spots, you know, in the different neighborhoods throughout Houston.
And so that right there is something that any new agent can do because they live somewhere.
Yeah, they
know normally where they live, and unless they just went through, moved me to Texas. They know their community, so they can talk about the local coffee shop or nail salon or donut shop or whatever. They can talk about all those things. I remember when I was putting up a buyer's guide, and I had all the little shops. And I was like, hey, Jamie, is this something that you would want to know where everything's close? And it was the Ulta. I forget. There was a few of them. She goes, yep, that's exactly what I would want to know if I'm where I'm moving, like how far those are. So anyone can do that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just adding value and, you know, throwing that information out there. And, you know, I think that it's a lot of new agents will post all the time. Like, I'm a real estate agent. I can help you. I'm a real estate agent. And like, if you come from the place of value and trying to add, you know, value and coming from a place of contribution, the business will come. It's just not always, you know, as immediate as everyone would want, but it definitely does come.